Max is on a park bench singing his favorite song. Suddenly his voice disappears. He tries to shout, but can't. He tries to search for help, but no one dares to help him. So he starts crying. Max is on the floor of his room, depressed, until an idea comes to his mind. If he cannot use his voice anymore, he will use his hands. So he boots up his computer and starts searching to buy a guitar. After he finds the one he likes, he buys it and waits. Max finds himself in the park trying to play the guitar, but it's impossible for him. Leah finds herself walking in the park until she spots Max trying to play his guitar at first, doubting if she should approach him because of how sketchy it looks that he's just sitting there alone, but ultimately decides to.
Hey,
Max looks in her direction and she decides to approach him.
do you need any help with that?
Max nods and hands her the guitar. Leah takes the guitar and sits down beside him to start tuning it, while Max focuses on what she's doing. She gives it back to him.
There you go. Try now.
Max tries playing the guitar for now, that is tuned, but he still does not know how to, so it sounds bad. Leah grabs his hand and guides him to how to tune it by himself. Max smiles and she gives him a fake smile. Every time he tries and fails, she makes him do it again until he gets it right. After several attempts, he managed to do it correctly.
Yes, you did it. Finally.
He then tries to hug her, but she just gets away from him. He smiles softly and quickly, takes out his notebook. He hands it to her.
Maybe, but don't expect to.
And with that, she leaves. Max is in his usual spot, tuning it exactly as how she teach him yesterday. When he looks up waiting to see her, he doesn't find her. Disappointed, he keeps doing what he's doing until later she shows up and he tries to call on her, but can't because he has no voice, so he runs up to her. She, rightfully so, gets scared and starts to run away until she notices that he's carrying a guitar.
Oh, it's you.
Max looks at her and writes in his notebook. She looks at it.
Why do you carry that notebook?
Max then writes in his notebook again. She thinks about it for a second, doubting him but agreeing anyway.
Okay, just listen.
And with that, she starts teaching him about music theory. She explains to him basic elements of it and breaks them down so he can understand them more clearly. Throughout the lesson, she noticed how Max is being more focused and starts smiling, which she now gives him a real but small smile, meaning that she's still unsure of him. After the lesson, she decides to stay with him for a while before leaving for home, just quietly sitting on the bench, but now a little bit more closer to him. Today, Leah arrives but doesn't find Max at the usual spot, so she starts searching for him. When she encounters him some benches further from their usual spot, she observes him doing something with his hands and counting, and then writes it in his notebook. After that, she decides to approach him again.
Hello? What was that?
Max writes in his notebook and shows it to her.
Oh, that's awesome. It seems to me that you're really making progress.
Max feels happy with that comment but does not show it. After this brief conversation, the lesson starts. Today is course, and for this she showed him first how to do it, but he keeps getting distracted by her looks.
Max? Max? Are you listening?
He gets lost in her eyes.
Hello? To Max?
He gets out of it and looks at her hands.
It's good to have you back. Just focus on my hands, okay?
He starts observing her hands and how she touches every chord, the softness and efficiency of it while she does it. She also tells about each one and gives him examples on how he can also do it. He makes a note about it so he later read it on his notebook. She gives him back the guitar.
Your turn.
Max tries to play with the chords but does not seem to get right. He gets nervous and butchery. She catches on this immediately and tries to calm him down.
Max, look at me. Just focus on my voice, okay? Do not pay attention to anything else. Just my voice.
Max immediately locks his eyes on her. She keeps repeating this exercise with him constantly until she manages to calm him down.
Okay, now touch the chords slowly.
He follows her instructions and manages to do it right, but he knows that for him to actually master it, he will have to practice more and more until he actually gets it right.
Can you try again? A little bit faster now.
He nods and tries. He almost have it until he messes up on the last chord.
It's okay. That was good. You just need more practice, that's all.
Max smiles and plays with the chord, somehow creating a melody that sounds sad but nostalgic at the same time. Leah gets surprised because she has not taught him how to do that, but notice that he's catching on fast, because before of that, he was not able to play the chords without making a mistake. So it concerns her that he has been practicing more than he let her on.
How did you do that?
Leah ends the lesson after that, feeling proud that everything is working out. After the lesson, she sits down beside him and starts cracking jokes with him. She's cracking with the jokes that he wrote on his notebook for her, growing closer together with each lesson that passes. Today, Max arrives early to the park to continue composing the song for Leah. It's going well, but he feels that there's a missing important element, but he doesn't know right now which is. He does wait for Leah several hours and she does not show up, which left him wonder about her because he knows that she will never do that to him. But with no way of contacting her, he just decides to give up on waiting and keep himself busy. By continuing writing the song, he starts putting the song together piece by piece and tries to play it, but it sounds weird, like disjointed and incomplete. That's when he realizes that the last missing piece for his song is the rhythm, but also Leah itself. So he takes it upon himself to learn how to create rhythm. Over the next few weeks, he keeps trying and trying until he finds the rhythm for his song. In one of those days, Leah observes him from apart, seeing that the lessons pay off and that he does not need for her anymore. She's about to turn back when she reminds herself the reason of why she decided to approach him and help him in the first place. Leah is lost on her way home until she encounters herself on that same bar, where the next day she will meet someone that changes her life forever. She sits on the bed and cries with her hand covering her eyes and her head close to her knees. She cries remembering what led her to be there, how music was, but she decided to throw it all away, to live a life that ended up being a lie. She wipes her tears away and decides that it's time to find a new home. She leaves the park but never goes back home. After that, we go back to the present. Leah fights her own feelings and decides to walk towards Max.
Hey, Max.
Max sees her and his eyes light up for a second to quickly get mad at her for leaving him here without an explanation. Leah just looks at him before answering, considering what she's going to say, but she just says something.
Yeah, I was busy.
After saying this, she realizes how inconsiderate she sounds and immediately backs down her own words.
Sorry.
Max's eyes soften up after she apologizes to him, seeming to understand. We go back. Leah is on a park bench practicing with her old guitar, preparing to teach Max about rhythm. When she starts to doubt herself, she's worried that she makes the wrong choice with him. She keeps thinking to herself why she chose him, why she could have not walked and introduced herself to him, keep living in misery, but that's when it makes sense for her. Playing the guitar and singing was her life, but slowly she's starting to lose her passion. Max reignited that passion in her. That is why she decided to help him in the first place. Max reminded her of her first student in the music class, another person from her past. Leah then starts to remember the day after one of the lessons when they stay in silence, just sitting there beside each other, looking at the sky, just spending time together. How easy life was back then. Then she starts to remember how Max is, how funny and shy he gets. When she gets close to him, she enjoys teasing him about it, and he always gets mad about it or pretends to be. She can always tell. Max gives a small smile that fades away. Leah drops to her knees and puts her hands on his.
Meaning you, I lost something important to me. Until I met a very special person that changed all of that. Max, I love you.
Leah then looks at him and decides to kiss him. He leans into the kiss. Max for the first time speaks. Leah then gets surprised.